My wife and I have the leakiest house in the history of humanity. And no, I'm not exaggerating. We lived without our living room for several months. I was not a merry man.
I protest. I am not a merry man.
And rather ridiculously, I'm into smart homes, and all of that could have been avoided with one of these. Hey, there we go. Look at that.
Alexa,
Turn the water off.
Red alert, Captain. Everything to me is magic. I'm like a little boy when I see robots doing things. A little robot friend did a thing. My decision making here to not install one of these things, despite the fact I actually already owned one from a previous sponsorship, was almost as ridiculous as Dumbledore's decision to enter Harry Potter into the Triwizard Tournament.
Leave this to you, Barty.
The rules are absolute. The Goblet of Fire constitutes a binding magical contract.
A binding magical contract? You're gonna enter a 14-year-old boy into a magical murder tournament because of a binding magical contract? You were better off with the Dursleys, mate. Thanks to Aqara for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their Aqara Valve Controller T1, their water leak sensor, and their M3 smart home hub. This thing works with Amazon Alexa, Google Home, Apple HomeKit, Samsung SmartThings, and Home Assistant. Now you will need an Aqara-based Zigbee gateway in order to use this thing with your voice, should you want to, but as I've said before, this is an Aqara Zigbee gateway. Rather ridiculously, so is this sexy voiced cat.
Normal link confirmed.
If you're a Home Assistant user though, you will actually be able to use this thing directly with your Raspberry Pi using a Zigbee-based USB stick. I've tested this using my ConB2 stick, which is a USB stick recommended to me by the Home Assistant community 3 years ago. And now I'm told, 3 years later, by the exact same Home Assistant community, that it's actually no good at all, and I should never have bought it. They told me this in their usual calm and collected manner. The ConB2 stick is an idiot stick! You should be killed! I'm not even kidding. The same Home Assistant dorks that angrily told me to buy a ConB2 stick only 3 years ago are now angrily telling me I should never have bought it. Anyway. Come on, I just gotta find it. There we go. There we go. Whee. It's also battery powered, which means that you can install it anywhere, even if you don't have a power supply, and the batteries will reportedly last up to 2 years. It takes 4 AA's, and because this is a Zigbee 3.0 device, it is low energy and is of course used rarely. I love how these things always come with a brand of battery you can trust. Good old industrial batteries, that brand we all grew up with from Perdier, but the industrial battery from Perdier. I don't have any specialist machines to test the torque of this thing because, well, not professional. And it had absolutely no problem maneuvering the very new lever that I just bought from Screwfix, nor did it have any problem maneuvering the very new lever that I've just had installed in my new bathroom. So, I arm wrestled it. What? Ow! That's pretty strong. That's pretty bloody strong. Look. Ouchies. Now, the only concern I've ever had about the one that I owned previously and reviewed on this channel was that once it was installed at my old house, there was no way to physically maneuver the lever yourself, and that made me a little bit nervous. Aqara have solved this literally at the push of a button. Aside from that, my old shut-off valve was literally hundreds of quids more expensive than this one, and that's got to be a pretty huge selling point for anyone that's in the market for one of these things because it costs a whole lot less money. It's battery powered, which means that you don't have to get power to the thing, which will suit a lot of people if they don't have power at their shut-off valve. And finally, it's Aqara. It's really well made. Here to unbox it for us, as usual, is Paul from the past. Paul from the past, have you forgiven me for sleeping with your wife yet?
Perhaps this will answer your question.
Jesus.
Hello. This is, something else, isn't it? This, yeah, Aqara doing a flippin' valve controller so I can actually open and close my water. Using water leak sensors from Aqara and connecting into Home Assistant far easier because it's Aqara, and all Aqara stuff works really well in Home Assistant. Yeah, works with Amazon Alexa, works with Google Home. You'll need a hub for that, of course, as usual, and it's Zigbee, which means that it should, we'll find out, it should work with a combi stick. Or similar, because apparently combi sticks are out of date now, as I've been told on multiple occasions by very angry Home Assistant fans. Magic pair code. You're a wanker, Harry. Magic. Aqara Valve Controller T1. Control, reset. That's exciting. That's a big ass lever. I wonder how much torque it has. Let's look that up. A bunch of stuff to bolt it to the wall, I guess? I think we're gonna have to sheepishly pick up those instructions.
The physical installation of this thing is super straightforward, assuming you have the space to install it. More on that later. It really is a case of just lining up the bolts between your turn valve and the actual bolts on the robot itself, and then clamping it around your pipe. Disgusting! Really is that simple. The only problem you might have is if the diameter of your pipe isn't supported by the product. Filth! If you have a Zigbee-based hub already, such as either a Con B2 stick on your Raspberry Pi, or you have a Samsung SmartThings or something similar, you can pair this thing directly to them just simply by putting it into pairing mode and then searching for it. It shows up as like an on-off switch, and you literally just press on-off in the app and it just opens and closes the valve. Pairing it to the Aqara app is of course even easier. It's a case of scanning a QR code and then telling it which of your many hubs to pair it to. I have about 5 or 6 Aqara hubs at this point because there's something wrong with my brain. And if you also have a Matter-based hub from Aqara, then this thing will be advertised using Matter to any of your Matter-enabled devices, including your Amazon Echo or your Google Home speaker, or in fact Apple HomeKit. It works with Apple HomeKit too. Right, let's go physically install this thing on my actual plumbing. One to beam down. Oh, I hope you people have more space to work in than I do, because this sucks. So this is sitting against this tile, and I don't think it's straight. So I'm a bit concerned when it tries to turn this, it might just try and wrench the pipes out of the wall. Well, the water's off. Ah, and I've got an alarm. Aqara has told me the water is off, that's handy. Hey. Oh, there you go. Oh, that scared me. And this leads us on nicely to the elephant in the room. He's here every week, folks. The elephant in the room is that I have a tile that's in the way, right? There, you need a little bit of space. you want to check that you've got probably this much space in front of it, and maybe that much space either side of it, and that you have a pipe that is the right size. These shouldn't be huge concerns for the vast majority of people, but I personally can't install it because this tile sticks out too far. It puts pressure on the device itself, and it kind of just skews it a little bit. And if you can't get this thing on straight, when it does this little turn, it puts pressure on your plumbing that will make you... If you've had the problems I've had, you will shit. Is so strong that it will pretty much wrench your pipes away from the wall or split your bathroom tile, whichever gives way first. I had to just like, no! There was so much yelling. There was a lot of yelling because I have been through a lot. I have to reiterate, this probably won't be a problem for most of you. It's a problem for me because there's just no space back there. If you're interested in buying one of these things, just check you've got a little bit of room around the thing and a pipe that is the right size. I guess the only other thing is that most people in the UK don't have a lever-based stopcock. You guys have got the kind of... No! Hello! Yes, YouTube, please! This week it's all cocks and suggestive hand movements! Stopcock, apparently. It's a plumbing term. Disgusting! It is worth noting, though, that it should only cost between £100 and £200 to get a plumber to come and swap the stopcock over for a lever-based system, and you could get him to install the robot whilst he's there. With all that said, the Aqara T1 does come with a butterfly adapter if you have a butterfly-style rotary switch, and I just wish I had had one of these about 3 months ago when everything went to shit. If you don't want to find yourself in the same situation I did, this is a really, really good purchase for your smart home, and the price is ridiculously low. As I said earlier on in the video, they are hundreds of pounds more expensive for the competition. And as I said, it's battery powered. This thing can just live in the little space where you've got your shut-off valve and you can kind of forget about it. The only thing you'll ever need to do is change the batteries, but what, every 2 years? That's pretty good going, right? If you're interested in buying one, as usual, there are links in the description as to where you can pick one up. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed today's video, it was brought to you by these incredible people. They're my patrons from Patreon, and without them, as I say every week, I'd still be working in a call center. If you want to be like those incredible people, or in fact like Ian here, who is the person I am thanking this week personally, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I'll genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Instagrams and my TikToks and my Threads and all of those social medias. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. My decision making here was almost as ridiculous as the decision to put Harry Potter into the Pry Wizard. Shut up, Paul.